All right. Ladies and gentlemen, what's up, everybody? We're here live. My name is Michael Dean, and we're going to give people a chance to come on in here. But let me know in the comments real quick if you're here early. How does this sound? Am I too loud? Am I loud enough? All that good stuff. So, for some reason, I can't really hear myself. So, I'm gonna rely on you guys to let me know if I sound all right. Well, we do want to salute the first comment that I see is to Purple Kurt Podcast. Thank you, sir. We appreciate you and what you do, but we appreciate you being here tonight. We're gonna be hanging tonight, chilling. We're gonna take some phone calls. We'll talk about the celebration. We also talk about Young Prince. Uh, we want to get into that. Dina, how are you? Welcome. Salute to everybody on YouTube who is watching us. Salute to everybody over on Facebook who is watching us as well. I can definitely see the YouTube comments. Hopefully, the Facebook ones, if y'all are commenting, I can see that. If not, come on over to YouTube. Just look up the podcast on Prince or Prince Podcast on YouTube and find us. But we're gonna give everybody a second to get in. Deja, how you doing? Is that the Deja that lives here in Washington? That was in the Discord chat. What's up, family? Um, and before I go on, also, yo, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to the podcast. I know people get sick and tired of hearing people say that, but it actually does help. So please do that. We just doing shout outs right now. So what's up, Lady J, Bird, Kyle, sir? What's going on? Dina again. Stephanie Mills, how you doing? So thank you for doing this tonight. Audio sounds great. Thank you. Okay, well I ain't gonna mess with it. I'm gonna say less on that. Uh, Melvin, what's going on, family? He said, hey Mike, what do you think of the Prince autopsy on road? Yeah, I'm not even. I don't even deal with that. I ain't even got into that, and we're not gonna get into that tonight. But I appreciate you asking about that. Um, Kyle, I got another package coming. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Let me shout out Kyle because Kyle's one of these cats, man. Just met him from, just doing the podcast and stuff, but he'll be blessing me with old school Word Up magazines, Right On magazines, and it just like transports me back to, back in the 80s when I was just a teenager and had the Jerry drip going. But that was that was the prime time Prince years, the Michael years. So salute to you, Kyle, for doing that. I really appreciate it. Kim, how are you? Becky, what's going on? UCF Nurse 1986, what's going on with you? But yeah, man. So we're just gonna get into it tonight. And I hope you guys are doing well wherever you are out there in the world. It's Friday. It's a Friday night. We're gonna do what we used to do. So here we go. I'm already getting started. And let me shout out to whatever this is here. This is going to get on Big Sexy's last nerve that I'm drinking wine out of a can. But hey, fake it till we make it. Balling on a budget. What's going on? Mel Smith, April Watson. What's up, family? Damon MC. Man, it's so good. It's good to see everybody here. Um, Also, before we keep going here, we want to shout out the other Prince podcasters, uh, just people putting in the work, keeping this legacy going. We want to shout out and make sure that we share the love with all of them. And let me stop real quick and salute to Dina Gaines. Dina Gaines, my sister, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. Man, awesome stuff. Thank you so much. Um, but like I said, and Disco Hicks, let me give him some props. We're gonna get into what we talk about, but we got to show love to everybody too as well. Disco Hicks, if that's Sean Hicks, Music Box, if I'm saying it right, I don't have it in front of me. Please do your podcast, sir. Get busy. We waiting for you. We've been ready. We waiting. Okay, so just do it. Hit record and let's go. Um, and let's see, Royal Justice. They just discovered Prince at the age of. Oh yeah, we're gonna get into that. Trust me. Trust and believe. So real quick, um, you said why are they still not looking into Princess? Woo, don't drag me into that. But with that said, shout out to Chaz on the front line, foot on their neck. Here, we want to do a roll call and shout out these people you should be checking out. First, I'm going to say 365 celebration, Rodney. Go look those cats up on Facebook. Great Prince fan group. They be doing real live events like in person. You know what I'm saying? Like taking it back to the old school where it's not just online, it's in person. So you should definitely check those guys out. So salute to Rodney and Violet Brown as well. Peach and Black. Go listen to their archives. What I'll say about Peach and Black. Now we did a show with Peach and Black years ago where we did like a collaboration and got on the mics together. Those guys are dope, man. Out of Australia. Of all of the podcasting and people that's been doing stuff, I mean, aside from like Dr. Funk, who I'll get into, Prince clicked up with Peach and Black, and he invited them out. What was it? What y'all can let me know what tour that was that he made an announcement with, but he flew them to the States, sat down, chopped it up with them. So we always going to salute them for that, man, and show them a lot of love. And they put in a lot of work. So if you haven't already, go listen to Peach and Black. I think they're not doing the podcast currently, but we're going to put the pressure on to tell them to get back on the mic. Stop playing. Stop it. Also, Dr. Funkenberry, absolutely salute. Real cool cat. I feel like almost every time I go to Minneapolis, he be there, and just real cool, man. Like salute. You know what I'm saying? Also, who else am I leaving out? Let me give it up to my sister real quick, D'Angela Duff, with the symposiums. Listen, that brings so much love to Prince and the fan base, and brings information, and then you get into scholars, specifically it's Black scholars. You gotta, man, I salute her for what she does. So much work and love and passion involved, and everybody that's a part of her situation, you gotta love it. Prince's friend, yes, absolutely. Eloy, salute to Prince's friend. Yes, sir, doing his thing. Love it, love it. I'm gonna make this quick. Funkatopia, salute to Mr. Chris. Man, so much good work putting it down. Richard Cole, yes, sir. Go just go look these people up. Who else we got? Music Snobs, author. Love what he do. Love what he do. New person in the game. She's been on a show before. Alina, the one. If you haven't heard about her, go check her out. She just started her YouTube page. Doing good stuff. And I believe I know I'm missing a lot of people too. So please put it in the comments, and if I see it, I'm gonna say it. But I'm doing this to say, man, me personally, I love everybody that's putting in work. You know what I'm saying? I be watching, or if I don't watch it, I know I see them, and I'll be like, oh, okay, cool. And so I just, man, we all have a say in this. We all have a different perspective, and we all need it, man. And just think, like, years from now, 10, 20 years from now, some kid's gonna come across all this stuff and be like, yo, wow. And it'll be from the perspective that works for them. Yes, absolutely. Darlene Nisi, that's family. So yeah, of course, absolutely. Muse the Pharaoh. And then shout out to my guys, Big Sexy and Sack, Amp Pooh, Big Ken, Day Dropping, Tobias, Monique. Shit, I know I'm forgetting people. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do all this at the same time. But yes, with all that said, man, salute to everybody that's putting it down. Let me jump in the comments real quick. Five and Dime. Yes, that's family to me. Salute to them. So yeah, just wanted to do that, man, because I think it's important that we all big up each other in this thing. Now, with that said, I want to let's just jump into this young Prince situation. We're going to react to this together. So I'm gonna play it We're going to watch it. I know you've already seen it, but we'll get into this. And then what I really want to do is see what you guys have to say about this. How did you feel? And we're going to open up the phone lines. So give me 1 second to bring this up. We're going to do it like that. And here we go. Give me 1 second.
One of the most fortunate strokes of luck ever here at WCCO.
A mysterious gem unearthed on
You guys can hear
accident,
this?
giving people a glimpse into Minneapolis history through the eyes of a young musical icon. While we all had a feeling who this young boy might be, we knew we needed help from those who knew him best.
Man.
It's a journey and story you'll only see here on WCCO. Deep in the WCCO film archives are hundreds, if not thousands, of opportunities to travel back in time. And on one reel, a treasure lay hidden, untouched for 52 years. April 1970. Minneapolis Public Schools educators went on strike. We restored the film to offer context to the educator strike that happened in the same district just last month.
Okay, so there's the governor's mansion. That's kind of cool.
Matt Liddy is WCCO's production manager.
I grew up in Minneapolis, so all I cared about was looking at cool old buildings from the place I grew up.
But his curiosity turned into a discovery when he saw a reporter interviewing kids as teachers picketed in the background. And it was this young boy jumping around and later answering a question who left Liddy speechless.
So then I immediately just went out to the newsroom and started showing people and saying, I'm not going to tell you who I think this is, but who do you think this is? And every single person, Prince.
We didn't have the right equipment to hear the film, so a specialist helped us extract the audio, and then we heard his voice.
Are most of the kids in favor of the picketing?
Yep.
How come?
I think they should get a better education too, and I think they should get some more money because they be working extra hours for us and all that stuff.
Our excitement was palpable, but
We did not get him saying, I'm Prince Nelson.
cue our investigation.
And that's all I feel. My name is Ronnie Kitchen.
We got to find him, Ronnie Kitchen. Surely he could confirm our quest. Hi, this message is for Ronnie Kitchen. But the phone numbers and addresses we found were dead ends.
You hear something in the background, but there's no one there.
How about a picture? A yearbook photo showing Prince as a fifth grader popped up online.
He would have been 10 or 11 in this picture, and he would have been 11 during the strike, which is when that interview happened.
We needed an expert.
I just heard back from Kristen. She's a historian when it comes to Prince.
A dedicated fan.
They called him Skipper.
Yeah.
Who used her professional research skills to piece together the Purple One's life.
I've written a big document sort of outlining his historic journey from Minneapolis's north side to Paisley Park and the world.
Kristen Schamler says videos of Prince as a preteen are almost non-existent. Until now. She's seen the clip here for the first time.
Oh, I think that's it. Definitely. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and this definitely looks like Lincoln Junior High School, where he would have been attending school in April of 1970.
Schamler then showed us what is believed to be a sixth grade picture of Prince the same school year of the strike.
Yeah, there's so much in his mannerisms and his eyes and everything, but it looks like him.
Despite the evidence, we still needed someone who knew Prince as a kid. Schamler connected us with Terrence Jackson.
We go back as far as kindergarten at John Hale Elementary in North Minneapolis.
A childhood friend and neighbor who was also in Prince's first band, Grand Central, when they were teenagers.
Oh my God, that's Kitchen. Running, that is Prince. Standing right through the head on, right?
Yeah, keep watching, keep watching.
That's Skipper. Oh my God.
That was just his reaction seeing Prince. Now, he's hearing it.
I
Wow.
think they should get a better education too,
Wow.
That's it.
Wow, that was him.
What do you,
I'm like blown away and I'm totally blown away.
Wiping away tears, Jackson was suddenly flooded with memories.
But he was already playing guitar and keys by then, phenomenally. As far as I can remember, music became our sport. career. He was athletic. I was athletic, but we wanted to compete musically.
Jackson's wife, Rhoda, grew up right alongside them.
It's just amazing to see him that small, that young, and hear his voice.
Yep.
Our mystery regarding one of the most mysterious men in music was solved.
That's Prince, aka Skipper to the North Side.
And I think just seeing Prince as a young child in his neighborhood school, you know, it helps really ground him to that Minneapolis connection.
Just a young city kid years before he put his city and its sound on the map.
Mark my words, you guys have found a real gem.
A gem indeed.
You know, the Skipper
All
part
right,
is
hold
the
on a
part that made me
Okay. Wow. First of all, let me say salute to Terrence Jackson. He's been on the show before. He actually he was sending me texts last week, and I didn't know exactly what he was because I wasn't paying attention. But then when I realized what he was sending me, I was like, oh, snap. Wow, what can I say that hasn't already been said? I am so glad that this footage came out. First of all, just from my perspective, in terms of thinking about Prince over the years and, you know, watching and stuff, it was a certain point you sometimes almost thought that he was not human. You know, it's almost like, oh man, this guy is an alien. I've heard people say he's an alien, isn't it? This is probably one of the most humanistic things to show him as a child like this, that just like reminds me that that little boy who he grows up to be, he's all of us. Like, I know so many cats growing up, there's just other little homies on the block, little black boys. Man, so it's just to see him at that stage, and then you know what he ends up becoming. On many levels, it's a head buster, man. It's like, one, yes, he was so sweet and just a little kid, but you can see that little kid in the older Prince, right? Like you can see the mannerisms, you can see the looks, you can hear the voice. To me, when I hear, I don't know what he was saying, something, they need to get an education or something. It reminds me of the NPG Exodus album, like was it the Mashed Potato Girl story? It's just a certain way of hearing his voice that he doesn't normally do in the records, but when you'll hear him talking, sometimes you can kind of hear that, you know, inflections come out. And it was just, I was just like, man, he was us. Like he was a kid. That's the kid, you know. It's like, and just it's hard for me to express, but man, we get all of these albums releases now and stuff, which I adore, but stuff like that, man, is even more like heavy than hearing the music in some ways. And he was already about that work back then. Like you can already see, like he was on his, when we gonna get paid for the work we have done? You know what I'm saying? Like I was reading, they said that his mom was a teacher, and man, he was already out there like speaking, you know, like, yeah, it needs to be fair. Like they working hard. So yeah, it's just, I'm a grown ass man, but I'm watching that and I'm like, the dad in me comes out and I'm just like, man, we gotta ride for, we gotta continue to ride for Prince. We gotta continue to, hopefully stuff like that comes out. And I'm glad that, you know, there was cats that were around him at that time, like Terrence, and of course salute to Andre and different people that can remind us, like, oh yeah, Prince, all that, yeah, that's Skipper. You know what I'm saying? Like that was, you know what I mean? That was our guy. That was the homie. That was the brother, you know, he was all of that. And so it's just great to see that. And we're at the year of 2022, and we're seeing something almost 50 years ago. And we thought we've seen all out of Prince, but we never got to see him like that. So it's just, it's amazing, man. I want to hear what you guys thought about seeing that footage. So what we're going to do in a second, I'll put this number on the screen And so please call in, hit me up. Let's talk. Tell me what you thought about that. Or if you just want to just jump on and talk about something else within reason, please do. You just want to know what's up and get the show started. See, my phone is automatically trying to play crazy stuff. But yeah, like I said, man, please jump in. Yeah, sorry about that. I was listening to some Madhouse, and so my phone keeps wanting to play that. Let me read some of the comments. But like I said, please give me a call, 253. Oh, here we go. Hold on one second. Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, I'm Joe from New York.
What's up, Joe? In New York? What's happening?
Yeah, I'm calling from New York. I'm watching you on YouTube.
Oh man, I appreciate it. So, what did you? What do you think about that footage of young Prince?
What did you say? Say that again. Sorry.
Yeah, the footage of the young Prince that we were just watching. What do you think of that?
Oh man, I love it. I love it. You know, to me, it shows that, like you said, Prince, even from that age, you know, was had a conscious and wanted to see the world, be fair and respected people that were educators.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. Even early, yeah, that early on, conscious of that. It speaks a lot to
Yeah,
people that was around him as well.
It shows that he was being raised correctly. I don't know. I mean that sounds kind of weird, but
No, it don't actually. Not today.
yeah, no, and that the person that we grew to love, the socially conscious Prince who wasn't afraid to speak up, it was there when he was 10 years old. I mean, it's phenomenal. How many of us can say that?
Right. Yeah, man. It's
But listen, I don't want to keep you. I love your show. I watch it all the time. I watch your podcast all the time. I really love it. It's such a blessing for us Prince fans. I have a lot of respect for what you do. I feel like you always present a real balanced, balanced conversation with the people in the Prince community and stuff. And I give you lots of respect for that.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you, man.
I got one quick.
Go ahead.
I got one quick question. Do you think you'll ever get Nico on?
That's funny. And people are saying they can't hear me. I don't know. Can you guys hear me now? Hopefully you can. I'm turning myself up a little bit. That's up to Miko, man. And shout out to him. He's definitely aware of this show, and he's hit me up. We've talked behind the scenes, but it's up to him when he's ready. And that's one thing too. I think I'm hoping you guys can hear me. Some of the associates of Prince, they do want to tell their side or tell their story or stuff, but they know too that or at least I get the feedback is, man, I know the fans are gonna go in on me, or at least they sort of think that. And I guess on one hand, if what you're saying sound crazy, you have to expect a little bit of smoke. But in terms of Miko, I mean, we love Miko, man. Like nothing but love, and we all want to hear from him. So hopefully, if we keep shouting it out and people like you keep asking, I'm sure he is seeing these and hearing these things, that eventually he's going to be like, you know what? Okay, I'm ready. So it's an open door for him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we hope that he will come on for sure. And there's a few people, I'm not going to say names, that is kind of just waiting, when they're ready. And my whole thing is be comfortable. I want to make you comfortable, but it's no rush either. But yeah, Miko, all the way. I'll be on my coming to Yoda. I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm ready to talk to Miko.
Yeah.
Well, Joe, man,
it'll be one more person to contribute to all the truth. So that, that's great. Listen, thank you for picking up on me.
No problem, man. Thank you for watching. We'll talk to you later. All right, peace. All right, I think we got another caller here. Hello.
Hey, how you doing, man? It's James, man. I'm so Michael MD.
What's up, James? Where are you calling from, sir?
How you doing? I'm calling from actually Wheeling, West Virginia, but I'm from Columbus.
That's what's up, man. So talk to me. What did you think of the footage of young Prince?
I think it was pretty awesome seeing him at a young age. I made the comment. I said, you can see that side-eye smirk he still gave that at an early age.
For sure. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
and then he started kind of street a little bit, but you can still see that articulation coming. Prince talk no proper. So.
You know, a lot of things.
That was awesome. They found that. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, with little kids, man, they sometimes when they speak, they be so excited, and they'll be saying stuff so fast, and I could see a little bit in that him. But I was like, yeah, he's like what, 11 years old or something. But it'd be interesting.
Right.
Like it'd be a cold, like if you was to be able to tell that young man, it's like, yo, man, you're gonna be one of the greatest to ever do it. You know what I'm saying? Like that was just I don't know.
I think that was amazing.
Yeah, man. Do me a favor, if you could turn your TV down or something you got playing in the background.
Oh yeah. I just never thought about that. Yeah, I hear a lot of static here on your end.
Over there watching that BET After Dark. I see.
Right.
I'm just messing with you. So
yeah, that whole thing, I think that was really awesome. They found that stuff. I mean, then they even had, I guess, the guy Terry Jackson came on to confirm. You seen that?
Right. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Okay.
So real quick, while I got you on here, man, are you planning to go to the celebration?
Actually, I'm thinking about it. I know I've seen on your post you said some of the prices have went up. Somebody else was telling me that.
You said prices
went up. I haven't got to go to Paisley Park. Yeah, I heard the ticket prices are up. They went from what they used to be.
Actually, I think they're a little lower. At least the VIP used to be more actually. So, but that it's actually
that's something I definitely want to look into.
Have you been there before to the Paisley Park?
I've never been. I have a friend that actually lives up there. He said whenever I'm ready to come, they would, show me all the places.
Bro, let me tell you right
now.
Now.
To the Transit Authority up there.
Let me tell you right now, man. Go. I mean, go when you can. But you gotta go, man.
Yeah.
Like, you have to see it for yourself. Just like I said, when you walk in the door, you'll be like, yo, this is where all the music. Okay. Just and just as
I already know.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like I say, just as us, how we are and to see the accomplishment of what is possible, you gotta go see it. You gotta go see it, man. Absolutely.
Definitely want to make that a plan this year.
All right. That's what's up.
All right, Mike, I'm gonna hold you up. I'm sitting there listening to your comments, man. It's getting meeting you and talking to you. I hope to meet you one day, man. That we share that same common bond, man.
Yes, sir. We will, man. We're gonna speak it. We're definitely gonna make that happen. Yeah, we'll make it happen, man. Thank you so much for calling in, man. I'm gonna jump to another caller, all right?
All right, now. Take care, man.
Yeah, peace. Oops.
Mm-hmm.
Right. All right. I'm sorry, I hung up on another caller, so please call back. We'll get you on. Actually, am I on with somebody? There we go. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Oh, I'm calling from Indianapolis. This is Stephanie, Mike.
Stephanie, what's going on?
I'm doing okay. I just want to say thanks again for doing this this evening, and I just want to call and comment about Prince when he was little. It is so cute, and it does warm your heart. And something that Richard Cole said on his last podcast show on Amari Purple Talk, with everything going on negative, all the craziness, all the stuff that's been going on lately. It was just something to just warm your heart, something positive just to throw in there, especially for Prince fans.
Right. Yeah, I agree. And we need that. The world needs to see stuff like that. Absolutely. Okay.
Yes, most definitely.
So
and once again, I want to say I appreciate everything that you do too. Everything.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that sincerely. You got any plans on going to the celebration at all?
I would like to, but since they did it the last minute, plus I didn't have any money saved. What I'm hoping to go, at least for one of the tours. What I'm trying to do right now is I'm hoping to get tickets to go to the Chicago exhibit.
Oh yeah,
that's what I want to do. Yeah,
that's right. That's
See
right.
That. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, with that said, have you been to Paisley Park before?
No, I haven't. I've been waiting to go. I'm hoping to go this year. I'm 50, so I'm hoping to go since I turned 50 last November. So I'm hoping to go maybe later on this year. I really hope so.
All right, Stephanie, we in the same age group. Listen, as I said, told my brother just was on the phone. You gotta go at least once in your life just to check it out. Like you have to see it. Like it's just one of them
I believe
things.
you. Yeah, I believe it. I'm glad you and Aunt Pooh got to go.
Yes, that was a ball. That was his first time walking in there. So yeah, that was dope.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And how many times did you say you've been?
I think 4 or 5. I think. And
That's I'm not. That's great.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I know cats that have been there from back in the day. But I'm a newbie going there. But whatever time you do go, it's nothing like walking in there for the first time.
I wish I could have gone. You was blessed to go. You might have went back then, but I wish I could have, at least attended one of those piano on the microphones. That's what I didn't get to go to. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I feel you on that. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Stephanie, thank you so much for calling in. I really appreciate it.
All right.
You be safe.
All right. You have a great night.
You too. Take care. All right. 817. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Mike, it's Jill Norman.
What's up, Jill?
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Just happy to catch your show. I always have to watch the replay, so I was really excited that I caught you live, and now here I am talking to you and everybody else.
Yes, ma'am. So salute to you. Oh, where area of the country are you calling from?
Dallas, Fort Worth.
Oh, okay. Dallas, man, I ain't been to Dallas in years. Okay,
You gotta come.
Yeah, because I don't know if it's still, isn't there some kind of it's like a performance hall or something that Erykah Badu owned or something or owns or something?
Yeah, it's in Fair Park. Yes,
that's where I went when I came. I went to that. There was like some kind of music conference or something that was going on at the time.
Yeah.
But anyway, what did you think about young Prince?
Oh my God. I mean, he is still coming back doing his thing like he said he would, even from the other side. I was like, look at Skipper. I knew it right away. I didn't have to have Terry tell me. I didn't have to have the historian tell me. You knew it was him immediately. It was just like, what? And then April of all times, 52 years later, the month of his transcendence, it's just like jaw dropping. Even my husband, who is not so much a purple head like we are, but he was even in awe. He has watched it several times. He was like, look at that dude.
Wow. Yeah.
To just see, from where he started to what he became. And then I was reading a bunch of tweets from Andrea Swenson. I'm sure you saw those when she kind of dug into the history with his mom being a social worker and a teacher at the schools, and then her pictures and things. I mean, that was already ingrained in him from a youngster.
Right. And which makes, puts in context a lot of the songs that we hear, like it was always there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it was amazing. It's so funny. I was walking down the street today. I was in downtown Seattle, and I was by there's a place it's called the Paramount Theater where they have concerts. And there's a brother that works there that I see him once in a while as I'm walking by, and he's a major Prince fan. And so we were just walking out. I saw him just today on the sidewalk downtown. I was like, yo, how you doing? We was catching up. And he's from Minneapolis. And I said, man, did you see the footage of Prince when he was a kid? He was like, nah, I ain't heard about it. So I pulled my phone out, played it for him right there. And he was like, yo, like, he was like, wow. Like, that's him. You know, it's like, yeah, yes, sir. And I say that to say, it just moves people when they see it. Like, he had no idea he was even out there. He's not online like that. But he just was on the side of the street. We watched it. He was like, yo, that's heavy, man. He's like, wow, look what we become. You know, look what we do as we grow. So
I know. And I mean, those mannerisms, those expressions, the way he speaks, even from a kid. I mean, it was just like, what? You know, Skipper is at it again. He said he wasn't going to stay over there on that other side. He was going to keep coming back, and he's doing what he said. I mean, I'm just a firm believer in that. I mean, he just shows up and shows out when he wants to. And that's quite often in many ways.
Yeah,
you know,
he's still doing it. He's still doing it. You know,
he is. And, you know, he was always a man of his word, and he's still doing so from the spirit side. I mean, I just feel that. I mean, how do you just find that? Okay, the teachers went on strike last month, and then they go look up this footage, which is common to do a current story and make a correlation from what happened, you know, many years ago to enhance the story. And then for someone to just be looking through the film just because they grew up there to see something that was familiar to them or how things have changed since when they were a kid, to come upon that. I mean, who does that?
That's Prince.
It's just unreal.
Yeah.
And then I just went to see Sign of the Times because, you know, it's circulating around at the Alamo Draft House all over the country.
How was that?
For the anniversary. Oh, it was fabulous. I had never seen it on big screen. You know, we've all seen it on the VHS and all that many times. But to see it on the big screen, it's amazing. It's really amazing. And a lot of interaction from the audience, kind of like when people go to see Purple Rain now. You know, a lot of the words to the film, you know the script, you know what's going to happen, and so you kind of interact with it, and you clap and you dance and you do. It's really amazing, and to bring that to the younger people that have not seen him yet, you know, that don't know anything about him, or they know just a little bit about him through like my kids know about him through me, you know, because he's my ultimate favorite of the favorite of the favorites. I play him all the time. I always have. I always will. So that's how they know him. But a lot of these youngsters, you know, they're just learning, and a lot of people in the music world. So it's just amazing to continue that legacy and get him out there. So if you get a chance to get to it, you need to get to it if you can. I don't know if you have, you know, a theater in your area where you can go see it, but it's amazing to see it on the big screen.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think I've seen it on the big screen since when it came out. No, actually, you know what? I don't know. This could have been over 10 years ago. It played at some little art theater here one time.
Okay.
But yeah. But I remember when it first came out. Yeah, it's crazy. Well, cool.
Yeah. So what do you feel about Celebration and the lineup? And are you going? And did you manage to get VIP?
Well, did I get VIP? No. Let me say this.
Out so quickly.
Yeah, well, I would imagine that they're probably not gonna pack it up as much as they have in the past, just because of COVID and things of that nature.
True. Look, right. That's true.
Personally, for me, I don't know if I'm gonna go yet. Just got other, you know, life stuff happening, kids and things of that nature. But I definitely salute what they're offering. I say if you can go. You're always going to have fun. It's always going to be a great situation. You know, if it was up to me, it might be a different lineup or something. But either way, I say go if you can go. You know, they're going to have Brown Mark Maserati. You know, salute to Brown Mark.
Jill Jones,
Maite, Carmen Electra. Yeah, and the new power generation, or whoever that is.
A version of it. Yeah.
Hey, I ain't mad at it. They got to do
Whoever
what they
those
got to do.
musicians are going to be. Me either, because I think everybody deserves a chance in the spotlight that had a chance to work with him in whatever capacity, in whatever era. I mean, they all had a hand in it. So why not let them all express themselves and continue the legacy and allow them to come aboard and pay homage to him, you know? So I'm all for it too. I'm not sure I'm going to make it either because I'm in the process of possibly getting a new job, which means that I'll be in training and I won't be able to take off for like the next 90 days or so. I'll know about early next week. And so, of course, that's a blessing right there. So if
And
that
you got the
happens,
job.
which I'm praying that
We're
it
gonna say you
does,
got the job already.
yeah.
So there you go. Yeah.
Yes, let's speak that. Yes, to everybody.
Absolutely.
Yes, please. Prayers, everybody, speak that because I
Yeah.
definitely need it. COVID has been no joke for my household. And we've had a lot of changes in our household this last 2 years, but, you know, we're making it. So anyways, with that being said, I probably won't get to go this year. I'm hoping that maybe they will do, if everything goes well, and then, of course, COVID gets more and more under control with these variants and all the other mess going on, that maybe they will have like their New Year's Eve celebration like they did, or or something, other things, which they have been, kind of doing here and there. And I may be able to get there for, a quickie in and out for something like that. But I doubt that I make celebration this year, but I'm really happy for everyone that's going. Everybody's excited. We've missed it. We need it. We want it. And I will definitely be watching the lives and the live streams, the replays and all that to at least experience some of it from a distance.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for calling. I appreciate it.
Good talking to you.
You too. You
Yeah.
have a good night.
You too. Take care.
All right. So that I think that opens the line. Or actually, I'm sorry, somebody.
Yo.
What's going on?
What's up, man?
I'm good. Who's this?
Hey, this is Kyle Christian. What's going on, kid?
My man Kyle. What's up, Playboy?
Everything's cool, man. I'm gonna keep it brief because I know you got a whole slew of citizens on the line trying to get to you, man. But just wondering if anybody has ever made the correlation, and I know you never got a chance to speak on it on your show, with the influence on Mr. Nelson of artists like Sugar Otis, who's still around, sort of like the precursor to Prince. You know what I'm saying? He was kind of Prince before Prince was Prince. You know what I mean? I think the only difference between Shuggy and Prince was I don't think his label was really behind him in the earlier stages the way Warner Brothers was with Prince. You know what I'm saying? Shuggy only had about 3 iconic albums. We know Prince originally was going to have 3, and until they saw the potential and they decided to go on after Dirty Mind. You know what I'm saying? Betty Davis, that's another influence. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people
I got to get up
really
on
heard
Betty
about
Davis.
her.
I'm not up on it like I should
Yes.
be. That's a shame for Michael. I'm not up on it like I should be, but I will be. Absolutely.
That's why I asked you when she passed away, man. You know, when I got back to New York a few years ago, I had the chance to be a part of a show, doing a whole tribute show to her, using her music and, sound bites and clips and stuff like that. And Betty was a direct influence on Miles back in the day, that whole electric period, the Bitches Brew and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? When his whole style changed and, the clothes got a little bit more funkier and stuff like that. Those artists sometimes I think get overlooked because, if you listen to Betty Davis, you obviously going to hear some of the influence on Prince too, as well as we all know the other influences that comprised this cat's, whole style, like from George Benson to Carlos Santana to, B.B. King to, a little bit of Hendrix, but more Santana than Hendrix as far as guitar playing was concerned, especially in those rock, that field of rock. You dig what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And then, what I've always asked a few times here and there is the tripped out part was you're on Warner Brothers, but nobody that I've heard that probably, even knows way more than I do. Because, I mean, yeah, I got a chance to see the cat twice, before the 80s went out. Caught that Love Sexy tour. That was dope. Saw the Musicology tour. I was like, all right, I'm good. But has anybody ever made the correlation between, I'll say this and then I'm going to get out of here, get out your way, the timeline between his first 5 albums before Purple Rain, and then Purple Rain being like the zenith of, that peak that he reached that really put him over the top, and the first 5 albums that Van Halen did, the timelines are the same until they got to their peak, which was 1984 album, right?
Interesting.
And both acts were recording at Sunset Sound. So some of it leads me to believe, and if you ask Mark, he'll probably say the same thing. Van Halen at some point Eddie must have been listening to some funk stuff or some groove, or I'll give him even Prince, because if you listen to their 1981 album, Fair Warning, that's a funky record.
Which is the album they got that has like Jump and Panama and all that on it? Which
that's 1984.
Okay,
that's 1984, and it's funny you mention that because their 1982 album, it didn't do as well as expected, but it did bridge the gap till they got to the 1984 album, which was called 1984, and 1999 carried Prince through 83 until he got to that point where that juggernaut was getting ready to be released. You understand what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So that's just my little,
all right,
2, 3, 5 cents. I'm gonna let you go, man. You and your family be safe. Make my regards to the rest of your crew, man, and I'll be getting at you soon, brother.
Thank you, Kyle, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for dropping that on us. Thank you so much. All right,
on, bro.
I want to shout out Deja Green. Thank you so much for the super chat. Call in right now. Phone lines open. Call in right now. 253-205-0220. We are here live tonight. Please, if you are at home, you can't get you something to drink on. We just in here chilling right now. This is how we do. We're having a good time. So come on in. We got another caller. Let me get him on in here. 253. You out here where I'm at.
Michael. Huh?
I said, this is 253. Who is this?
Deja,
what's happening? What's going on?
Yeah, I just sent you some money so you could notice me.
I just shouted you out on that. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Man.
Yeah, and I'm still on Patreon and Discord and everything.
Thank you. I have to show you more love. So what's going on, Deja?
Oh, so I know you're talking about the new Prince footage. I was like really stunned at first how I came across it, because on my phone on Google how articles come up. That was the first article that I seen, so I clicked on it and I watched the video, and it was nice seeing the footage of him as a kid and hearing him speak. I was really stunned because we're so used to hearing his deep baritone voice when he talks, because as an adult, so hearing his kid voice, it was nice. Seeing him before the fame. I like seeing pictures and like videos and stuff of him before the fame. Kind of, because it just shows kind of like his normal kind of regular upbringing. And when I seen the part where he's like jumping up and down in front of the camera, I'm like, yeah, that's Prince. He would do something like that.
Right. Absolutely. Now, well, go ahead.
Oh no, you can go. I wasn't saying anything.
Well, no, I was gonna say, and if I'm not mistaken, and I think it's important to mention, you're a younger Prince fan, right? Like, if I'm not mistaken, it's 19, and I'm starting to see a lot more younger Prince fans, not just being lurkers, but stepping out and being a part of the conversation, leading the conversation, and we need that. Like, that's important that other people pick up the mantle and give their opinions and perspectives. And I love that people like yourself are getting into Prince or into Prince and paying attention. So salute to you. Like, I love it and what you represent.
Yeah.
Yeah, because on Instagram, I know the fan pages I saw, there's a lot of fan pages on Instagram, and you'd be surprised, a lot of those fan pages are run by females who are like 17 to like 25 years old. So there's a whole community of us young Prince fans out there. And some of them remain anonymous, but some of them do post themselves like on the fan pages. But it is younger females, it's like a whole community of younger females who are fans of Prince. And also, I just got to say, in the clip when the reporter had asked him how the students in support of, the teachers protesting and walking out, and when he said, yep, and that smirk, I have been out the public school district, the school system for about 2 years now. And I know that that smirk and that yep, yes, I know he, social justice warrior and speaking up and all that stuff, but I also know them kids was happy they didn't have to be in class either.
That's why I had to keep
Them
it a
kids
buck.
was happy they didn't have to be in class learning math and reading. They're happy that them teachers was walking out because that meant they get free time and they got to be outside and not in the classroom sitting down. I ain't been out. Yeah, I know that us students will, if there's any reason we don't have to be in school, be in class, definitely we're going to be in support of it 100%. I know I would.
Absolutely. That's
that
true.
Would be me.
Especially us.
It is true.
Well, somebody had to say that.
Also, also just with the celebration thing, of course, I'm not going because I don't have the money and I'm not flying out or anything, but I think it's a nice lineup, who they got there and stuff, I don't, do they play music and talk and stuff? I don't know. I've never been to, one of those celebrations before.
I would tell you, you would love it. You would love it. Hopefully at some point you can go. Even if you don't go to the celebration, I'm saying this all night, you got to go to Paisley Park just on GP, period. Gotta go. So whether it's celebration or not, you gotta go. You gotta go.
Yeah, I would like to do the tour, but I don't know, they're allowing, because for me, I want to take pictures. And from what I'm hearing, people weren't allowed to use their cell phones. And I don't want to go on no tour if I can't take no pictures of stuff. That's just my thing. Because I like
you're not gonna be able to take pictures. But they've opened up the soundstage where now you can take pictures or videos, whatever you want to do, in this big giant room with which has a lot of Prince stuff in it. So there is an opportunity to do that now, which before you couldn't. Trust me.
Oh, okay.
You should
that's where they had the showroom, right? Where they had his outfits and the shoes and his cars and stuff. Oh, okay. Yeah, because I know you had posted some clips of when you and Aunt Pooh had went.
Yeah.
I forgot when you guys went, but you guys had went there when they were doing the Under the Cherry Moon thing.
Yeah, you can take pictures and film in that area, which you couldn't before. So they have lightened up on that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But I mean, like I said, I'm just repeating myself. When you drive down that street or you're coming down that street and you see that building there, you're gonna be like, and then when you pull into the parking lot and you get out your car and you walk in, it's just gonna engulf you. And then as they take you through that, you in Prince's house, and you're gonna see, it's just, you have to see it. I'm telling you, the clothes, the studio, the shoes, the cars, just the vibe of it, the spirit of it. You have to experience it, if nothing else.
Yeah, I know. It was probably very lit back on the day. I just know, I know
there's a lot of stuff I'm sure that happened up in there that we're not gonna talk about. But
yeah, I would have to exist back in those days would have been perfect because I wasn't even alive, in those days, which sucks. But hopefully I get to go there, one day.
Real quick, and I want to get to some of the other calls. I see y'all calling real quick though, and I may have asked you this before, but what's your favorite era of Prince? What are you into, with Prince that just connects with you?
Oh, okay. So I know everybody like the Purple Rain era. For me, I don't care. I mean, I like the Purple Rain era, but I know I've always said the early 90s. So Diamond and Pearl, Love Symbol, that kind of era. I also but I do like the parade era. I think he looked his best in the 80s decade, in the parade era. And I'm gonna tell you why, because I remember back in the Discord the other month when somebody had posted a picture of him in the studio from like 79, I think, and you said you like broke Prince pictures. And I remember I said in the chat, I said, you can tell the money was started coming in during that Purple Rain and that Under the Cherry Moon parade album. Because when you look at Dirty Mind and even Controversy, where you see him, you see his clothes, even the band and that picture they took in that empty apartment with the blow up matches on the floor, you can tell like we still struggling, Section 8, EBT, whatever. But when Purple Rain and Parade came around, you see his outfits for custom made. He has the beaded, the lace, the glitter. I mean, you could tell that's when the money came in. So that to me, and then also I liked his hairdo in that particular era too. Okay. So Parade for me, I think he looked the best aesthetic wise. Him and his band did. And then I also think he looked, and then I also say early 90s Diamond and Pearl and Love Symbol, because he looked very sharp. I liked his outfits and his hair and those eras as well. It was very grand in those eras for me.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I like that. Yeah. Christopher Tracy flexing. Let me ball out on y'all. So yeah, he was doing his thing. But Deja, thank you so much for calling. I really appreciate you. I appreciate you being a Patreon member. Appreciate you doing a super chat tonight. And just appreciate you being a Prince fan, man. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right. 512. Well, you've been calling in. We're going to get to you. What's going on? What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Michael Dean. It's Alina.
Alina, what's going on?
Hey. I just had to call in. I heard you gave me a shout out. Thank you for that.
Absolutely. We appreciate you getting in here and doing your thing and start doing the work. We need that energy. We need different perspectives. So yeah, please keep going. Don't stop. Yeah. You just started. But now that you're here, I got you in here. We're supposed to like click up and do something a while ago, but schedules.
I know. We just haven't been able to catch each other at the right time.
Right. So with that said, and you have a great reaction video to the young Prince footage out, and salute to you as well. You're like hilarious. Okay, like actually I have a chance to tell you this.
Oh,
you are hilarious.
You think so?
Yes, you're funny. Because I've been seeing some of your.
Somebody thinks so.
No, I've been seeing some of your. I don't know if it's TikToks or Instagrams, but I see your videos. But with that said, and kind of going back to what I asked Deja, I also want to ask you this: what's your favorite Prince era?
Oh. I want to say.
And real quick, I see y'all going in on Maite in the chat. I'm gonna get into that in a second. But go ahead, Alina.
Some drama going on.
It isn't. When is there not?
Eras. Okay, I definitely love the love symbol era. Okay. Definitely love that era, and I'm really glad that Celebration is highlighting a unseen concert from '92. Really excited for that. Also love Parade. Okay. Also love the 31-21 era. Like so many. I don't know if I could just pick one. So many. Love Sexy.
Okay.
So many.
Now you're going to Celebration, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. VIP, right?
Yeah. Yes, VIP. I'm so excited. This will be my first time attending.
Oh, wow.
First time.
Okay. Yeah, you about to have your mind blown. Yeah. I will tell you that now.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, I already know. I'm already prepared to not even come back the same person.
Wow. Well, man, have a great time. So now that I got you here, actually, this is good. We're just going to Bogart and jump right into this. Give me 1 second. I want to bring up Celebration. Give me 1 second. Hey, share.
Take your time.
And all right. So, Celebration 2022.
Mm-hmm.
And what do they got going on? So they have there's a Prince mural and celebration launch party that's starting on
Mm-hmm.
June 2nd. So I'm going to read a little bit of this. Prince mural in downtown Minneapolis on Ramp A. Following the dedication, the W Minneapolis, the faux Shea, and the living room set the stage for an exclusive night in celebration of Prince. Ticket holders will receive a private access to the hottest party in Minneapolis. Sip signature cocktails and step in front of the camera for a one-of-a-kind photo experience. Plus, hit the dance floor with your favorite sounds from one of Prince's personal DJs, Linka Paris. And salute to Linka Paris, absolutely. And salute to the W Hotel in Minneapolis. That's a dope spot, actually. And amp up your night as a VIP ticket holder to include insider access to the second floor balcony and VIP private lounge, and go behind the scenes as you view personal artifacts from Paisley Park and the Prince Collection. VIP guests will receive a commemorative gift only available at this event. Light appetizers, and your first drink is included with VIP access. I see you, Alina.
Yeah, I had to go full out. This is my first time. I had to go big.
Okay. They've got panels and concerts. Obviously, that's what they do at Celebration that began on Friday, January 3rd. Both tiers of guests will have a full list of activities at Paisley Park, showcasing a variety of people Prince worked with throughout his career, including headlining concerts on Friday night by Brown Mark. Salute to Brown Mark, with members of Maserati. And on Saturday night, by Prince live on the big screen, performing a never-before-seen 1992 concert at Glam Slam with live accompaniment by members of the New Power Generation. That's cool. That's cool. That's going to be cool right there.
Yeah.
Not mad at that.
Yeah.
I've seen some of the other Prince live on the big screens the previous years, and they were dope. So very curious to see what they got coming. I'm very curious what that concert is. Man.
Yeah.
See, I kind of want
I was trying to look up a possible set list. I don't know why I wanted to spoil it for myself, but just wanted to see if I could find something. And I did see something around that time, 92 at the Glam Slam. So I don't know if that was the right concert or if it
okay.
I don't know. But yeah, I'm excited as well.
Nice.
I'm glad that they're shining some light on the 90s.
As I know a lot of people are happy about that. A lot of people are happy about that. Friday and Saturday at Paisley Park will feature Q&As with artists who work closely with Prince, including his former wife and MPG dancer Maite Garcia. We'll stop right there. I already know, but I don't know, man. It's on one hand, I can understand people want to be you want to stand up for what you think is right and things of that nature, but some of the Maite, I'm just gonna call it shade or whatever. It seems like it starts to get a little disrespectful. And I'm like,
is that the I don't know if disrespectful is the word.
Yeah, I mean, I might be low. Yeah, it might be even big. I'm just trying to be nice. But it's like if you are into Prince and love on one another and all that stuff, there's got to be a way that you can express your displeasure without just getting crazy with it or something. Like, I don't know, man. It's just it's a little much. It's a little much. But people can act how they want. You can't dictate how people can act and stuff. But I don't know, man. I just feel like it gets a little. People go so hard on it that it's just relax. Like I could see, like if you knew Prince or something, like But it's like you just bought his records, fam. Like you
No,
don't, you know what I mean? You don't really know.
no,
No,
sometimes I wonder. I'm like, do you have some inside information that we don't know about that we
right?
should be privy to? Because your hate runs deep.
Yeah, I'm just,
So I
I
know.
don't know. But you know,
I agree with you. People are free to have their own opinions. I'm never going to try to sway anybody to like a protege or dislike. Everyone is free to have their own opinions. But for me personally, I don't have it in my heart to hate anyone. I just like certain people. I know, but
right.
I don't know. I just feel like it takes so much energy to, I don't know, hate somebody to the core like that and think about them. I mean, because a lot of these people that you hear that talk so much, I don't know if I can curse on this channel, but shit about my face and others as well. It's not just her. I'm just like, man, a lot of these people talk about them day and night. And I almost feel like y'all are borderline fans at this point. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, salute
That's
to
just me.
salute to both sides of the coin. I just like
Yeah.
we.
Like I said, if you're not a fan, that's fine. If you are, that's fine as well. That's just my opinion. But
Right. But she will be there. So salute to Maite. Longtime photographer Randy St. Nicholas, collaborator and Purple Rain co-star Jill Jones. Salute to Jill Jones. I love some Jill Jones. I'm glad that she's coming back to Paisley Park because I thought that she was banned along with Apollonia. So I'm glad whatever they had to do to work that out, she needs to be in that building. And Jill always keeps it 1,000. So salute to her. Salute to her.
It's gonna be some interesting stories for sure.
Absolutely, I hope so. I don't know who they got interviewing her or whatever how that happens, but it should be good. Longtime Paisley Park engineer Tom Garneau, if I'm butchering your name, sorry. So that should be good. Some technical studio conversation. And then model and one-time Prince protege Carmen Electra. Ooh, I know that's gonna be interesting. I wish I could be there. I wish I could enter. I was like, oh, I was like, kill up. I hate you. I'd be like, Michael,
I
get
think
the hell
that
out
was the one that had me the most shocked. I was not expecting for them to bring Carmen along. That was interesting. All they're missing is Nona Gay.
Ooh, I would come for that. Lord.
Yep.
Nona Gay.
Yep.
When they would say there's some that got away, I'm like, man, if I was Prince, man, listen. It would have been
known as the
Nelson Gay legacy. When the two families come together.
Oh my God.
Woo!
Yeah, that was a time to be alive. A time to be alive.
Prince is a bad boy. We'll leave it at that. General admission and VIP ticket holders will also have access to an exclusive exhibit of Randy St. Nicholas photographs curated just for celebration and the beautiful collection of Prince's shoes. Lastly, VIP only experiences. VIP ticket holders will be immersed in real music by real musicians while attending private in-studio recording sessions in Paisley Park's iconic Studio A with members of the NPG and during exclusive playback sessions of previously unreleased music from Prince's legendary vault. Man, now that I'm mad that I'm gonna miss that. I will admit. I really want to see that.
Well, are you certain you're not coming, or are you still thinking about it? Or
well, this is only for VIP, and VIP sold out. So whether I'm coming or not, ain't gonna be in there. Unless somebody's unless they like, yo, we want to get you in here. But for those who do get to experience that, man, I need to get a full report. And matter of fact, let me make sure y'all can hear me. Alina, I'm looking in the camera.
Mm-hmm.
We are hereby nominating you, Darlene Nisi, all y'all. We need to have full rundown of what's going on in there, because for some of those who ain't gonna be there, so y'all have been drafted. So yeah, we need them reports now.
Yeah, I've already made a few promises. I've already made a few promises to some people that I'm going to do my best to document, because I know a lot of people weren't able to make it out this year just because of the short notice, and I really do feel for those people. I really do. You know, I heard that a lot of people, because they assumed, you know, they tried to hold out. They assumed, hey, it's not happening in June this year. They're like, okay, well, we'll opt for going in April. So I know a lot of people put their funds into going in April. And then we get the announcement, and now people are punching the air because they wish they would have held out just a little bit longer, or they just wish that the estate would have announced this sooner, which is what really, you know, would have been ideal.
Yeah, I kind of do wonder.
They have their reasons.
I do wonder why they sort of waited to release it like that. But, you know, I don't know the inner workings of that situation. And I guess at the end of the day, the VIP didn't sold out anyway. And I wouldn't be surprised if the whole thing sold out. So they know their business better than at least I would. So what can I say? But yeah. I mean, and also there is, I saw the MPG put out a statement where they were saying, you know, it ain't gonna be us up on the stage. It's a different version of the MPG, not so.
Which is,
you know,
crazy, because I'm still trying to wrap my head around that one, because the concert that they're showing is the MPG. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to figure out what configuration of this band are they going to put together. I mean, I don't know. I'm curious to see what they're going to do with that.
There are a lot of, admittedly, there's been a lot of different musicians who have been in the NPG over the years. So maybe it's pulling from different things. You know, I think I said this in the Discord. As long as they're not saying featuring the time, and this is not a diss, because this is my man who I'm about to say his name. This is my man. But if it was like St. Paul was the lead singer or something, like Scooby Doo, huh? Like, huh? Well, we got the legal right to say who we want to be in the group. Like, yeah, but relax. So I don't know. I mean, I guess y'all let us know what it is. I'm sure it's gonna be dope either way. Like Prince only had the illest musicians up there, so whoever it is, they certified.
Exactly.
So let's
I'm not an ounce of nervous, because I know the show is going to be amazing regardless of who they put up there. As long as they were associated with Prince and they were in that band, the show's going to be fire. So
absolutely.
I'm not worried.
And it's a 92 show. So on one hand, I'm wondering, man, are they going to get Michael B or Tommy or Sonny or Morris up there? So yeah, it's going to be interesting. Definitely. And then lastly, I didn't say that. And then the VIP will get to cap it off with a special jazz brunch, which is going to spotlight the Steels at the Dakota Jazz Club. That's dope. That's cool. That's cool too.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. It's
really
celebration.
That one.
Celebration. They're doing their thing. If you still want to go, it's only $399. And that's $399. Be clear, because and then of course you got to pay for your hotel and cars and all that kind of stuff. But listen, as a person who's went before, if you can afford to go, I say go. Like, you're gonna have a great time. And we haven't talked at all about all of the outside events and parties and different things going on. So even if you just went to town and didn't even go to the celebration, man, there's going to be Prince fans all throughout the city, and there's different events you can get into. You're going to have a ball, man. Like, so you're not going to lose whatever you choose to do. This is our Comic Con, essentially, so go have a good time. And hopefully I'll be out there too, checking things out.
Because this is my first time at Celebration, but definitely not my first time at Paisley Park. And I went last year for his birthday, and the atmosphere was so cool. the whole time. Oh my God. I was like, I have to do this every year. The people you meet are fantastic. The parties are so much fun. I danced for 3 or 4 hours straight in high heels. Didn't sit down once.
Wow.
At a party because the music was just so good. I haven't danced like that in years. I was just like, man, I have to do this every year. It's so much fun.
Yeah, there's nothing like, because at least I'm speaking for myself. I normally listen to Prince's music with headphones at this point, or if I'm at home. But to be in a club atmosphere and his music is blasting, and it's not just the same old the hits, but it's like they go deep, to songs that only a Prince fan would be into. Headbuster, you'd be, I know exactly what you mean. I was just in my zone. Alina, I got to take this call here because there's a special guy calling in. I want to jump and get him on, but thank you so much for calling. All right.
No, thank you so much. Sorry to take up so much of your time.
No, you're good. All right.
Hi to everyone out there watching. Bye.
All right. Thank you. Sir.
Michael Dean.
You got to turn down your TV.
I got it down. I'm just down.
So let's welcome Dwayne Tudol to the show. Sir, how are you?
Doing great. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing good. We here it's a Friday night doing something that we don't normally do.
I like this. Somebody just told me about this. I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to tune in. I haven't talked to you for a bit.
Yeah, man, it's been a minute. So how are you, sir?
Doing good. Been writing, still writing more.
I was about to say, like, when? So you're working on the next book?
Just turned in the paperback for the second book, and there's a little additional bonus in it, which I'll talk about eventually.
Okay.
But little hit there, little something.
Man,
I'll tell you what the hell. It's I added a little chapter, a little part for book 3. So there's a little bit of book 3 in the paperback.
Really?
So a little taste of what's going to be coming for the next book. Yeah.
And
I announce stuff on your show. You know that.
I appreciate. This is home. And remind
you're my family. You're my family.
Yes,
of course,
sir.
I'm going to talk to you.
Yes, sir, man. What now? For those who don't know, tell us about the book that you have. 2 books out, two Bibles. First Testament and the Second Testament.
The books, just in case anybody doesn't know who I am, I wrote 2 books about Prince's studio sessions. The first one is 1983, 1984, the Purple Rain sessions, and the next one's 85, 86, the Sign of the Times and Parade sessions. So the third book I'm hoping to do, which is what the chapters in there, is 87, 88. And so I put a little bit of like a week of stuff in there, which is the week after they canceled the Black Album. And so I was able to get interviews with several people, Levi and Dr. Fink, and a couple of the engineers, Chuck Zwicky and things like this. And also got an exclusive interview with Ingrid, with Scott Bogan did an interview with Ingrid for me. So I'll put all this stuff together. So it's kind of a fun thing, kind of goes through the beginning recording of Love Sexy and the first few songs in the first week after he canceled the Black Album. So it's kind of fun.
Wow.
Looking forward to it.
Now, let me ask you this about this. Does it get harder as you're going through the years now to find information about the recordings, or is it easier because now people know who you are and
I think it's a little bit of both, because I think that the hard part is I want to make sure it's accurate. And that's the big thing is sort of kind of create. Prince fans are very, very meticulous, and I've been called to the carpet on several things, and said, and I've gone back and realized, oh yeah, my first books are always, the hardbacks are always like the peer review, where everybody kind of looks at it and says, this is what's right, this is wrong. But then when I did the paperback, I kind of able to correct a few things. And this one has a couple of tweaks in it, maybe some spelling things, or there was a date that I changed off because one of the performers got in touch with me and said, I have a Bible or a journal from that period, and I can show you what happened. So that kind of stuff. So people do get.
That sounds like Eric Leeds move or something.
Yeah, Eric. Oh, Eric needs that. Oh my gosh. You did it. He's got his journal of everything. He's fantastic. I love Eric. But this was actually Susie Davis, who was the keyboard player for Sheila.
Oh, wow.
I saw that she had her journal out, and I reached out to her and we talked, and she was fantastic. And she helped me guide through a few things that she sang on, and for Sheila. And so I had to change a couple dates in January of '85, but it just makes it more solid. And so it gets a little harder because I want to make sure it's better. Each time you're doing a book, you want to make sure it's better than the last one. But at the same time, people do know about the books, and it helps because they want to, they want to be part of this. And I have to admit, I'm always in honor of the fact that, and all who wants to be, talk to me, because it's kind of nice. And what's fun to me is I get to write a book that I want to read.
Right.
I that's the thing. If somebody else would write these books, I would be happy to read them. So probably save my wrist a little bit.
Yeah, and I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. You also not only get to write these books, but you are able you are able to listen to the works to write these books.
I know that. I know. Why I call? We got a bad connection here, my friend.
So I just
a lot of people know that I do some work for the estate with the liner notes I write and things like that. I wrote the liner notes for the Sign of the Times box set and the 1999 box set. So that's been kind of fun. So yeah, but and the estate I think does some great stuff, and I'm sad that they didn't win the Grammy the other night, but also very happy that Joni won. If one performer was going to beat Prince would be happy to have a Joni. So
and I didn't want to see you go up on stage and slap anybody.
That was my plan. You were the first person I saw that wrote something about that night, by the way.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
When the first time, the very first person I saw write something online about Will Smith slapping was you. That's the first person that ever wrote anything about it. I didn't even know it happened. I wasn't watching the shows. I'm writing. So I didn't see it, but then all of a sudden I see you posted something. I was like, oh, look at that. Okay, I actually look into it, and I figured out that that was the one that Questlove was going to be winning, and I'm like, that's kind of mean.
Yeah.
Guy works really hard, does amazing work, and all of a sudden is overshadowed by some knucklehead coming up and slapping somebody. What the heck? But, I missed it. I don't watch the award shows, so
so I don't. And since I got you here.
Oh geez.
He's like, oh no.
Oh man, I was going to be cool.
No, there's nothing crazy. It's nothing crazy.
A buddy of mine haven't talked here for a while, so I thought,
nothing crazy. But we are definitely looking forward to the Princeton Revolution live package that's about to come out.
Good.
So, yeah, I was just saying, and I would imagine we're just allegedly thinking that I'm sure
Go ahead.
that you probably have heard this and seen it, and so I'm not asking you to comment on it. I'm just saying we are very excited for that as well.
I just look at the unboxing thing that just came out.
I saw that.
Was it a minute long thing? That looks nice.
Yeah.
It's real nice. I mean, and the clips that are on YouTube sound amazing. Chris James is fantastic with audio, and so the sound of that stuff. It's just it's the document of the Purple Rain tour. So to be able to have the state go and make everything as nice and shiny and sound great as possible. That's pretty good. And you look through that the unboxing, you see tons of great pictures and essays, and it just looks like I think it may not be for everybody, but I think that the people that like that concert are going to enjoy the fact that this is as good as the picture's ever going to get, amazing as the sound's going to get. I mean, granted, this is a VHS thing, it's a tape from 1985, not film, but what they've been able to pull it, looking at the clips just online as a fan, it looks pretty nice. I mean, it sounds spectacular.
Sounds great. Yeah.
And the packaging, the estate does great packaging. I mean, look just that clip showing all the pictures. I'm a nut to see all these pictures I've never seen before, and that's always a big thing for me. And I think a lot of people love seeing, what they put in these box sets, whether it's the pictures you've never seen or lyrics or the actual boxes for the albums and stuff like that. I think that, to me, as a fan, I love that. As a writer, it helps me because it gives me information for writing some of the stuff. I just, I hope everybody loves this stuff. I mean, I love what the estate does personally. Look compared to, and we talked about this, look compared to like the Michael Jackson estate or a lot of the other places. Prince Estate is really keeping things going, whether it's vinyl albums coming out, new collections coming out, calendars, whatever it is. And some people complain that they're coming out with sheets. I don't know anything about that, but there's always something for everybody coming out, and then celebration every year. So
right.
I know
right.
the sheets thing. I know. But are you going to celebration?
I don't know yet. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But nothing because I have any problem with your offering. I think it's great. Just busy with life. I'm a dad.
I get it. You got a little cutie. You got a little cutie at home. I love your daughter. So
thank you. I appreciate it.
I'm hoping you can make it. I always have a good time with you. So
you're going to be out there. You're going to be out there.
I expect to. To. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. But like you said just a little bit ago, going to these things, and everybody should really understand, when you go to these things, the celebration is the center of the wheel, but there's all these spokes that go out to parties and gatherings. And you really, if you go every year, you get to know these people and they become friends and family and people that you want to hang out with. And it's nice going into a room where there's 75% of the people are jamming to the same songs are there for the same reason. I've made I made friends with you in Minneapolis, not a celebration, but you and I met in Minneapolis. So it's like
great time.
So it's these things, these gatherings that when you get to celebrate with everybody, but also I've seen people that are at the tunnel right outside of Paisley that are just crying or just gathering for photos, and everybody's taking pictures of everybody's hugging, everybody's sweating together, and it's been 2 years of everybody being in their own place, and everybody should be safe still, but I'm looking forward to getting hugs. I'm looking forward to high fives and handshakes and just celebrating this guy that changed all of our life, and just with the people that I love, who I know love him, and are going to have a blast with me. So I'm hoping that if you see me up there, say hi. If you see me and you have a book, please come up and tell me. I'll sign any book. I know they sell the books at Paisley Park. If you see me at Celebration, you want to get a book there, I will sign it right there. I think some of the books are signed already at Paisley, but I will happily personalize anything. I love talking to people. I'll talk to people for days.
Nice.
So anyway, I don't want to take up more of your time. Oh, what?
No, you're good.
All right.
You good. A couple questions from the chat because people wanted to ask you a few things. And
okay. All right. Okay.
This is an interesting question. It says, and this is from Rogue Comics. So salute to them. Will Dwayne go back and cover Prince's period before Purple Rain?
I'd love to. I mean, that's a great period. Yeah. I've thought about doing like a 1980 to 1982, which would not be the next book. That might be the next book after that or something like that. I mean, I'm not, but I can only write so many books. What I would love to do is I would love to co-write something with somebody. Bring somebody, somebody who knows some of the stuff and write it together. Might make it so I can get more books out. Okay. But there's a lot of great stuff in that period because you went from, Dirty Mind and Controversy, which are great albums, and the recording in 1999. You got that would be The Time, it'd be Vanity 6. You got a lot of the end part of the Rebels, but you got a lot of great stuff from 80 to 82 that I think has to be, covered. And we did cover some of that stuff with the 1999 box set, but there's, like anything Prince does, there's chapters and chapters and chapters of stuff we've never heard about. And I've talked to a lot of the people from that period, and there's other people I want to talk to. I'd love to talk to Morris Day. The nice thing is Morris Day did a lot of interviews recently where he talked about a lot of different details. He did that long interview with Questlove and things like this. So those kind of things are really helpful. You do a lot of great interviews. And I look at my books and you'll see your name, and you know this. You see your name all over the back of it, where I'm lifting things you got people to talk about all the time because, when you guys do, and you and several other people do these extensive interviews with Eric Leeds, Alan Leeds, whoever it is, Cat Glover. I've talked to them too, but I'm always open to whatever quote is the best. When if somebody can say the best thing through your stuff, I don't care where it comes from. I just want to get the information out there. So the answer is yes, I'd like to do that.
Okay. And
So
lastly, and you might want to leave on this
All
one.
right.
When is the Camille? When is the Camille one coming in?
I have no idea and no knowledge of that. That did sound cool when somebody said they were going to come out with it, but I don't know. I would love to. If I had a say in that, I would be out already. But I don't.
Interesting. Okay.
And the thing is, everybody's got the tracks already for the Camille. It's not like they're going to go, "Oh, I've never heard this song before." It's just the same tracks you own in a different order, But yeah, and there was talk of putting that on the Sign of the Times box.
Mm-hmm.
But again, you had to figure out what 8 outtakes you wouldn't want on there, and that's.
So you're saying you had to
okay,
listen to all the different outtakes, and you guys just kind of said, "Yeah, we don't want to."
Well, there's a team of people that goes through this stuff. I mean, any sort of, I'm not going to say.
I was messing with you.
The outtakes on. I know. I'm trying to explain this logically though. The outtakes on Camille are all they're not outtakes. 7 and 8 songs are released, and the 8th song was released on the Sign of the Times box. So they exist if you want to shuffle them around and have fun with that. But I'd love to have it. Just become a collector. I'd like to have all that stuff. I want to hear everything. I know everybody does. It's even the bad stuff, and there's some bad stuff. But most of it is pretty good. I mean, statistically, you're going to have the best stuff and the worst stuff.
So
the stuff that I'm not a big fan of, but some people love. So who knows?
That's the title. You better watch what you say, because if I was a different type of person, I take that clip and that would be the title. Dwayne says there's bad stuff.
So there's all right. Let me correct that. So people, that's true. If you're going to do 1,000, 2,000 songs, statistically, you're going to have the best, and you're going to have some things. I'm going, okay. I mean, it's all subjective, But yeah, I mean, I obviously am a fan because I'm a collector. Like the bottom line is, I'm a geek like all of us. I go into all this stuff as a super nerd, and I get giddy when I hear these songs, and I get giddy when I hear the box sets and what comes out. And there's not one day that I don't think, oh my gosh, I'm tired of Prince. And every day I think this man is the most talented guy who changed music in that I not only in my lifetime, but in music. I think that you're going to look 200 or 300 years from now, and I think people are still going to look at his collection and be like, he's a Mozart, he's that kind of stuff, because nobody could do this stuff. And I think that the more time that he's gone, the more treasured he's going to be. That's my thought. Is I think that people are going to recognize that not only does this guy do a lot of stuff by himself, but he surrounded himself with amazing people, and they're telling their stories. And I don't know. I'm happy to spend all my time writing books about this guy, because he influenced me, and I have so much to thank him for. I feel like it's my way of kind of paying back for all the good stuff he's given to me and to everybody else.
Right on, man. Thank you so much, and we appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great talking to you, man. I didn't mean to interrupt your show.
Not at all. No interruption. This is, like I said, this is home. So anytime you want to come in and pull up a seat, it's here.
I'm always happy to talk to you. You know that, whether it's on here or offline, I'm always happy. So everybody have a great night, have a great Friday, and I hope to see you guys in Minneapolis. If you do see me, tell me, come up, say hi. And like you said, I'm happy to sign a book. And if you got a book, and I'll try to have some bookmarks with me. So just let me know, and I can give you a bookmark too. Cool.
All right. Thank you, Dwayne.
Everybody have a great night. Okay, sure. Take care.
Yep.
Talk to you later. Yeah.
All right. Salute to Dwayne Tudol. Phone lines are open, so you can certainly jump in and jump in here. Jumping into the chat, somebody asked something about Q Storm. I was trying to remember that. I think somebody said, why did I do a separate show with Q Storm? The easy answer is just scheduling. There's a lot of us at times involved with Podcast Juice, and everyone is doing dynamic things, Big Sexy is a super lawyer doing big stuff. Aunt Pooh, which I'm not going to blow his spot up, but he's working in the media industry on top 10 TV shows out there and doing stuff. So he's doing his thing in a family. And then Q Storm is also doing his stuff. You know, he does gun training, safety, and stuff of that nature. So sometimes it's just a little hard. And I'm always sort of at the last moment guy, like, hey, who wants to get on the mic type of thing? Let's do it today. So, you know, everyone's not going to always be able to get involved. And then the deeper answer to that question is just go to the Discord and you'll see. There's a lot going on in the Discord. But with that said, salute to all of my brothers, a part of the show. Yeah, again, we need more people. Come on, y'all call in. We'd love to hear your comments, what you think. Salute to Dwayne again. Well, we got somebody on here. Oh, I'm sorry. Call back. I hung up on you. This thing automatically answered the phone. I'm sorry. Whoever just called, please call back. My bad. I'm tripping. There we go. All right, 909.
Yes, I am. How you doing, Michael Dean?
I'm doing good. Who is this? What's your name?
I'm Ray Wen.
Say it again.
Up?
What's your name?
My name's Ray Wen.
Raywin.
Ray Wen.
What's going on, Ray?
Yeah, what's up?
Man, just doing a show. No, I'm just playing. Just talking to people.
That's good.
Where you calling from, Ray?
I can't wait for the. I'm calling from Rialto, California.
Oh, that's what's up. West Coast. So
I like to say what's up to Micah Simpson. Well, what's up, CMS? What's up?
Yes.
If he's online, yep. So, you know, I'm a big Prince fan. You know, I can't wait for the new Purple Rain tour to come out on June 2nd.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Did you already pre-order?
I'm gonna do my pre-order, but I was just watching the Purple Rain tour, the DVD from the Purple Rain Deluxe. I can't wait for the DVD, the Blu-ray come out.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what's interesting about the Blu-ray situation? When you watch the clip on YouTube from that show, you can actually watch it in 4K. So it made me wonder. I was like, I wonder why they didn't put a 4K Blu-ray out, since it seems like they must have upscaled it to 4K. But nonetheless, it looks amazing. Did you buy that show on VHS back in the day?
I used to have on video cassette way back in the day. The Purple Rain tour. I used to have that way back in the day on VHS.
Yeah.
And Laserdisc too. Remember the Laserdisc players?
I do. You could pop your collar back then if you had the Laserdisc. Like, oh, you ain't up on Laserdisc. You got the Laserdisc? I'm like, what is that, nigga? And it was big ass. It looked like an album.
Purple Rain on Laserdisc.
Mm-hmm.
I used to have Under the Cherry Moon on Laserdisc.
Okay.
Way back in the day. Yeah, because I'm a true Prince fan.
Okay, I see you.
Yes, and the other day, I was just watching the Side of the Time concert movie on because I have Fire TV.
Okay.
I have Fire Stick, and I was watching Side of the Time, and plus I got Purple Rain, all the Prince movies.
What's your favorite movie? What's your favorite Prince movie?
My favorite Prince movie, to be honest, my favorite Prince movies are Purple Rain and Under the Cherry Moon. I wish Under the Cherry Moon was in color, not black or white.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on that. Definitely.
Uh-huh.
So real quick, before I let you go, what did you think of the Young Prince footage that came out?
When he was 11 years old?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, that is Chris. Skipper. They call him Skipper.
Mm-hmm.
Skipper.
Hilarious. Yeah, that was golden, man.
That was Prince.
Well,
Yeah,
listen.
That was Prince Rogers Nelson.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. I appreciate you calling, man, and checking out the show so much. Thank you so much. We want you to have a good night and work it
You
like a
too.
job. All right.
Yeah, working like a job.
There you go. All right, man. Thank you for calling in. We'll talk to you next time.
Okay.
All
right. Bye.
All right. Peace. All right. Nice. Nice. Anil Dash, I see you in the chat. What's going on, sir? Always a pleasure to see you. Brandon Based King, Love Sexy 71. Deborah Marshall, Lauren Maxwell, salute. Hello. How are you doing? Good evening. Just a few more minutes here. So if you want to get a chance to get on, now is the time before we wrap it up for the night. I didn't realize we'd be going this long. But again, things that we talked about tonight, celebration, young Prince, the footage of that. People just been talking about their love for Prince and things. So we had Dwayne jumped on. Elena, the one, she has a new YouTube channel. She jumped on here. Twan 112785. What's happening? How you doing? But yeah, man. So I just wanted to get on and vibe tonight. Let me say before we get out of here, please, if you haven't already, please join the Patreon. Link will be down below here in a second. But join our Patreon page, or if nothing else, just like and subscribe to the YouTube, or if you're on Facebook or something, share this. It all helps, but we do appreciate it. If we don't get another call here in a few minutes, I'm definitely going to wrap this up. But this has been fun. This has been like a blast fun. We're definitely going to do more of these. Absolutely. Man, what else can we say? Just randomly, because I saw his name earlier in the chat. We have to continue to salute cats like Jesse Johnson, man. Because I don't think a lot of the younger people, I don't think they know about that. Like, Prince gets the shine and as he should, but there were other cats that was influenced or that was there and they were part of the clique and they was dope too. And they're part of that time frame. So cats like Jesse, matter of fact, now I want to say this. I was watching some old videos and I came across Girlfriend, the Pebbles song that Babyface did. Oh, I forgot how much I used to be sprung on some Pebbles back then. When Girlfriend came out and then she came with Mercedes Boy. Man, stop it. Because after Vanity had kind of, jumped out, Pebbles was kind of like the next. I was like, oh, okay, the light-skinned assistant, we was called Redbone, fine as hell. Man, and she came with the funk. I was like, okay. But I say that to say I was watching that and I was like, man, I can hear the influence of Prince in that. And I was like, in some ways, this is like the new sort of, no one can compare to Vanity, but just in terms of that vibe or that style, I was like, oh, okay, they Babyface put his spin on it. And Babyface, in my opinion, is absolutely a disciple or influenced or studied or as a fan of Prince. And you can even see Prince even tips his hat to him as well, on that influence mural that's in Paisley Park. There's the artist that Prince considers influenced him, and then there's the artist that Prince considers he influenced. And on that list of pictures of artists is Babyface. I believe, I don't know if I think the Deal is on there. So they absolutely come from that lineage. There's a great part, and somebody in the chat can help me. I think it's was it the Bobby Brown BET movie? There's like a scene in there, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong. There's a scene in there where they have somebody playing Babyface and damn, I'm blanking. What's my man? L.A. Reid. And at one point they say, we're breed or something like that. But they meant that they was like they're from the new breed, which was a reference to new breed leaders stand up, organize. So they was like letting people know, like, yo, we the new breed that Prince was talking about. So I say all that to say, yeah, man, the ancillary groups and the cats that go on to be some of the greatest songwriters of all time, again, you can trace the lineage and the influence from Skip. And it's important that we speak to that. This will be our last call. Area code 203. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
What's up, Michael? This is Mike. I'm sorry, I've been eating supper while I'm watching you, and I'm like, okay, he's about ready to bounce, so let me just call quick.
You said, let me pause on this neck bone and let me call in.
You know?
What's up, Mike? Where are you calling from, Mike?
I'm in Connecticut.
Connecticut. All right. Well, what's your thoughts on some of the things we talked about tonight, or whatever you want to get into? The floor is yours.
Well, I was the one that asked if you could ask Dwayne about the finding out about the period before Purple Rain, because I think that I know there's this controversy. People keep saying, well, why does it always keep going back to the 80s? Why do we keep doing that, whatever? And I'm like, we need to do that because unfortunately the people that were there that can give us firsthand recollections or whatever, they're leaving us. So we need to get that documented before they go. So I feel that we need to, yes, there should be stuff, the later stuff and all that, but we gotta document that, or else we're gonna lose it.
Very true. Very true. Everyone is not getting any younger, particularly from that time.
This is true.
Yeah,
Yep.
and it definitely needs to be spotlighted. I agree. I think there's going to be a time there will be a time when all they talk about is the 90s, Prince. I'm very sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Every era is going to get its due. But yeah, we got to keep the conversation going. Any plans, Mike, to go to a celebration?
I wish. No, I'm here. I own a comic book store here, so I gotta be here. I'm the only employee, so that's it. Yeah.
What? What's the name of your shop, man?
Yeah. That was actually Row Comics.
Oh, okay. Dude, I want to be
actually
here.
That was.
He's like, man, actually, when you find out,
that was actually I went out to the I don't know I can't even remember the name of the what the hell was it now? The fanzine that Eileen did back in the 90s. Controversy. They had the controversy. It was like a convention type thing in 91, around the time of Diamonds and Pearls.
Okay.
And I went out there because at that time DC had just done, I think it was Ultra Ego, if I remember correctly, if that was the first one, because they did those 2 Prince comics. And I had a promo of the first one. So I went out there. I'd never been any place by my own, by myself or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I went out there and I just had this. And I knew nothing at the time about outtakes and bootlegs and any of that stuff. I mean, I did find a copy of the Black Album on cassette, but that was about it. I didn't know about any of the other stuff. And it just meeting everybody, because everybody was there were people from Japan, Germany, everywhere. Wow. It was just everywhere, man. And we went to Paisley Park, and it was unfortunately, I think it was around the time Miles died. So I don't think, I think they were trying to get some other plans with Prince to put on a show or do something for us or whatever, but it didn't pan out. But we met the NPG and stuff like that. But
oh wow.
Yeah. That's the last time I was at Paisley.
Let me ask you this: is just something funny that off of what you said. You said you have got a copy of the Black Album on cassette. I would imagine that sounded rough as hell in terms of the sound quality of it. Is that true or no?
Believe it or not, no.
Really?
It didn't. It wasn't crystal clear. Yeah, it wasn't crystal clear, but it didn't sound like somebody was recording it as somebody else was playing it on another boom box. It wasn't.
Okay,
they didn't have the 2 boom boxes hooked up. But yeah, it was. I don't know where they got it from. It was because there was a record store in New Haven near Yale. It was called Cutler's. And then right next to that, there was another one. We had to go upstairs. It was like kind of shady a little bit. You wondered if you were going to leave. You're going to be able to leave the place once you get up there. But I heard, I was going to school at the time. I heard that this was the place that had it. I went there and, I'm like, hey, there's this Prince thing out. You heard about it? It's like all black or something. And like, oh, you mean this? And yeah, it was, no, but it wasn't pristine, but it was listenable. I mean, I've heard outtakes that were like barely, like, oh my God, this is like terrible, but I got to hear it. Man.
Right.
But yeah.
Right on.
But let me ask you another question too.
Yes, sir.
Do you think that they should do the NPGMC again? Because there is a lot of stuff in the vault. And I mean, I don't know exactly how old you are, and I ain't gonna, try to. I'm bad at guessing ages and stuff like that. But like, I mean, we don't know how long we're gonna be here, and we hope. And I did hear that young lady that you spoke to earlier about, the next generation coming in, and and carrying on Prince and all that. But I know cats that they want every version of Delirious that was recorded, whatever he was doing, even if it was like, one of the demos and stuff like that. And I think that the estate is missing a prime opportunity to make money off of us while we're still here too. I don't want to get like, I'm not like, I don't think everything is like, like we're all doomed or whatever, but it's like, when you start getting to be a certain age or whatever, that's kind of where it goes, especially knowing how much stuff was in the vault, But what do you think? Do you think they should do something like that where, because every show was recorded and stuff.
Right.
I mean, there's no reason that, there shouldn't be access to it for those of us that want to spend the money to have the access, and that would also benefit them too.
Yeah. I mean, the easy answer is absolutely. I would love to see it, me not having to think about how they would make money or nothing. Yeah, I would sign up for it, unless it was something, it's only going to be, $777 per month or that. But if it was somewhat of a reasonable, I mean, I could imagine it'd be expensive. But yeah, I think that would be great for fans like us who really want, to hear all that kind of stuff. The only thing I would wonder is if it would take away from putting out a special edition, or I guess it wouldn't include. I don't know. I could see either way, but I mean, yeah, I would love it. Absolutely.
Or how about this? If they don't want to, and I understand like, the cost of putting out this stuff or whatever, but do some things. And I was talking to a friend about this, actually a friend that I met back in at the controversy convention, about throwing it up on like Kickstarter or something. And that way, you gauge the interest, you'll be able to know how many copies you need. You don't have to, you know what I mean? Like keep the cost down instead of doing like those limited, like granted, I did like the Sign of the Times, the 7 inches and all that. I mean, that was a nice package right there. But I mean, you're going to want to get as many of the old cats that, want the stuff as possible, and limiting it, like saying, oh, we're only going to do $19.99 or something. I mean, you're leaving money on the table instead of, you know what I mean? So if you do it on Kickstarter, you can see how many people you get the interest, and you'll know how much you need to make without, putting any extra money in there or whatever. If that's the case, they're trying to be frugal and stuff.
Well, Rodney Fitzgerald makes a good statement here. He says, once they release it, though, the bootlegs would begin, and that's the issue. And that's true. I would actually, I think a good idea, and I didn't come up with this idea. I want to say, I don't know, maybe, I don't know. I was talking to, can't think of my man's name, so I'm gonna let it go. But the idea was, what if they had a thing at Paisley Park, like you paid extra, maybe it's a yearly fee, that you come to Paisley Park and you're able to listen to these recordings there. You don't get to walk out the door with them, and they're not streaming, but it's a premium price. Excuse me. But maybe it's like, okay, this VIP or this other sort of tour is for those who are paying a yearly price or something, and we'll play you that stuff here. So you can come in the studio, you get to sit in here for an hour or whatever, and then load up that and you can just sit there like yo and soak it all in, and then you leave And it's just more of an incentive to be like, I got to keep my subscription popping. I got to come back. I'm coming back in 5 months or whatever. And maybe, each quarter or every year is a different theme. Like, okay, this quarter we doing 79 or this time we're doing 2000, whatever, but it's just all of the stuff we went through it, and we're going to curate this. And for those real hardcore who really want to put in, you can come and sit in the goddamn studio and listen to this, and it's a whole little a weekend or a night or something. That would be crazy, man. Like, but I mean, obviously there's many things I could
hear,
do.
I hear what Rodney's saying, I've believed that, like, when the whole Napster thing happened and Lars was, talking about the losing money and whatever else, I feel this way about bootlegs. Now, it's not right that, somebody should get something for nothing. But, like, if you got somebody who's downloading Jay-Z who never spent a dime on Jay-Z before, Jay-Z's not losing money. But if you get the cat that bought every album the day it came out and decided, you know what, I'm just going to start downloading it, then he's losing money. I don't think people that, don't pay for them should have them. But like with the deluxe editions that we have, the ones that buy them are the ones, the diehards that are going to want to own this because they respect Prince that much, or they have that collectability thing, they need to own it and stuff like that. So I don't know if we could keep going on, like bootlegging. I don't know. I don't know if the bootlegging would be a detriment, because only the people that are going to want to own it will buy it. And if you throw it on Kickstarter and I think you have to pay for it first before it gets what's the word? Before it ends, before whatever, however that works, before they start producing it and stuff like that. That way you're at least guaranteed, the cash. And and I understand, like, once everybody has it, then somebody could upload it. And so, I mean, that's always going to happen. If we keep being concerned with that, then we're never going to get things. And I understand that it sucks and it's a bad thing that, I mean, it's been going on since God knows how long. I mean, look at we were just talking about the Black Album. I bought that in '98, and that was on a cassette. So, and it didn't stop me from getting it in '94, trading in my bootleg copy that I had to get the CD that Warner Brothers was giving away, So,
yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's technology or things coming that, they would even do away with you being able to even download certain things that ain't even, authorized to go onto your device or something. Like, nope, that's automatically flagged. They won't even let you download it unless you have a code or something. I mean, I'm sure they could come up with all kind of stuff. But Mike, thank you so much for calling. Man, this has been a good night. Oh man, no problem. Thank you for the question that you had too, and contributing that way. We're gonna wrap things up.
No problem.
All right, good night, Mike. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, before we get up out of here, we just want to thank all of you guys for hanging out with us tonight. Again, I'm gonna say real quick, check out the Patreon page, check out our Discord. I see people jumping onto the Discord tonight. Go check out our Discord. It gets crazy on there. Oh, the caller, you just snuck in. Go ahead.
What's happening?
What's up? Who's this?
Wait. All right, this is Spence. How you doing?
What's up, sir? Are you in the chat there?
Yeah.
I see.
I'm Royal Justice on the chat,
yes,
but I'm Suspense. So you still in the air?
I am. We're about to wrap it up, but you snuck in, so you got in the door before we shut the club down. So what's going on, man?
Man, that's beautiful. I wanted to ask you, for everybody listening, when did you discover the Prince as a little boy? When did you discover it? How did you feel?
I discovered it when they posted it online, like everybody else, and we talked about. I don't know have you seen the whole stream tonight? Because we talked.
I'm still watching it. I'm 10 minutes behind.
Well, then, good. We got into it. We talked about it, but I would just quickly say, man, I loved it. It was heartfelt to see Prince at that age.
I know.
So there you go.
Yes, it was.
All right, Royal Justice. Thank you so much, man. Yeah. I hate to cut you short, but we're gonna get up out of here. We'll get you on the next run.
And Prince has a jam called "Somewhere Here on Earth." People need to check it out. And Morris Day did a tribute to Prince called "Rainbow."
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Thank you, sir.
Okay, brother, man. I'll check the show out next time. Take care. Thank you for taking me.
Thank you, man. Good night. Let me unplug my phone. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, as I said, please check out the Discord. Please, if you haven't already, subscribe to the podcast, whether it's on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you want to find it, it's there. Join our Discord. Again, if you rewind this all the way to the beginning, we did an extensive shout out to the other dope, great Prince podcast and events and things you should check out. So go support all of them too. All right. I'm going to be clear about that. But listen, with all of that said, man, thank you so much. Work it like a job. See you next time. Peace.